Yeah, dude. I was trying to remember like what made me think of the show or like what made me think of the concept and like I was like, what I used to do when I was like 15 and oh hold on. Like I was trying to think like what did I do when I was like 15? I couldn't like drive around and shit or like but I was like old enough to not want to watch cartoons, and stuff. So it's basically how I came up with the concept of the show. And then like kind of like same format we did last time. So we'll just basically talking about like shows we watched or these movies that we adored when we were kids and then find some random collectible. I didn't just do like a movie because I think it'd be kind of like too lame or whatever. But yeah, anyway. So we're live. Happy Friday, everybody. We'll try and keep the show a little short. I think we're gonna have a little fun with this. This is not a spec show. This is not a comic book show. Although I think I have a comic book in here, but I can't remember. But this is definitely pure nostalgia. Dude, what was the nostalgia thing you sent me today? Was it like what was it? Those frozen like drink things? What were they called?
The friggin' frozen juice concentrate.
Yeah, dude.
Like that's how you used to make juice back in the day. It was like you had to like rip that tab off and pop the top and then friggin' dump it into the water and mix it up. Oh yeah.
Now, dude, did you defrost that shit before you put it in like the tub, the pitcher, or did you like
put it in frozen because then it's cold?
Yeah, and then you have to stir it. You have to like break it up with the wooden spoon.
Stab at it.
Yeah. See, my mom would get mad at me about that. She'd like make me like defrost it, so it's easier to like mix around.
Yeah. Well, I knew people that did that too. To each their own, but you always had it cold.
Yeah, man. I still get the Hawaii Zone. You get the Hawaii Zone. Do you see those? You don't see them like as much as the grocery stores. I think if you go to like what's the other spot? Gosh, they only accept cash. What's that place called? It's a grocery store like on 99 and 220th.
Cash and carry?
Not cash and carry. Winco. I think Winco still has them. But anyway.
I mean, I just haven't looked for them in forever, so.
Dude, I seek them out all the time, dude. I need that 90s. They're like 59 cents, and like if there was a sale, my mom would like scoop up like 10 of them, and we'd have strawberry guava juice for days.
Like, and also bring me back a 12-pack of Ecto Cooler while you're there.
Yeah, man. Before we get into the show, I wanted to show off my pickups. Hold on, this is gonna be heavy. So I was on this show called Skylar Racing's. It's a whatnot show. Jesus. I don't know why I bought this, but dude, look.
I think it's huge.
Look at this thing.
What does it do?
I have no idea.
Play with it. It says Wii on it. It must function.
It's a Wii. It's like a Wii controller.
It looks like a kid playing it like a guitar on the side.
I thought at first it was a Power Rangers sword, but like I don't know why I bought this. I'll probably try and flip it. But anyway, it was like $50, so I couldn't say no.
Did you almost get killed by the wife when it showed up in that big of a box?
Oh, I think she just doesn't even care anymore. She can't stop me.
It's just like
what's that?
This box is much bigger than the other boxes.
Yeah, dude, the box it came in was like it was like a moving box. Oh, and then we went to GameStop yesterday. Check out my mouse.
There's the turtles. Nice.
Yeah, and this is the bonus action though. Okay,
yeah, the mouse pad.
It actually works really nice. But
I've had that happen with socks before. I went into a store and they had a pair of Deadpool socks, and it was like buy one get one. So I ended up with a pair of Deadpool and R2D2 socks.
Dude, have you gone to GameStop lately?
No, but there's one actually like right up the road.
Oh yeah. It looks like it just looks like they put shit everywhere. There's no rhyme or reason. There's like video games, obviously, cards. There's these stupid things. There's Funko Pops. There's action figures. There's anime. There's like, we don't have Pokemon cards, but they have a card section. They have magazines. They have everything. It's just like it's just newer. It's like a newer hobby store. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was just so unorganized. I don't know how that place is gonna stay afloat unless they like do crypto.
They're just like anywhere you can find a spot, put some shit on it, and we'll sell it.
It was like like a FedEx guy comes in and like with their big cart and they drop stuff off. They leave it in the store. That's basically what GameStop is now. It's just the FedEx guy just says, "Where do you want this?" and he drops it off.
They're like, there you go. It's like, would you mind opening that up for us?
Good to see you. Good to see you, John. Anyway,
later, Carl.
And I'm playing this guy. I'm like halfway through Final Fantasy 6 in Japan, Final Fantasy 3 here in the stateside, but it's pretty fun, dude. It's a pretty fun game. The leveling up though is kind of tough, but other than that, I think it's a pretty fun game.
Yeah, I'm still rocking down
9. How was it? It's pretty good.
Good, although like there was, I kind of just started playing the story plot without exploring all the areas that I could beforehand. So it's like I'm coming back around to stuff that I should have done earlier in the game. Like apparently I found out you can get chocobos and all that shit in this game. So now kind of what I'm doing is going and finding all these hidden treasures with it.
Oh, cool.
It's like areas where you can it's weird. You got to do they're called chocographs, and it leads to like hidden treasures that you can dig up with the bird, but you have to like evolve the bird to get it to like go different places.
Oh.
And they have these areas where you can go in and play this. They call it like chocobo hot and cold.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically like peck at the ground and your bird lets out a sound or whatever, but on the game it's like in words or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like it gets bigger and bigger as you get closer to where you're supposed to like dig. And you like dig them up that way.
What was that? The same kind of deal with in 7 also? Like you get dig for stuff in 7 with a chocobo?
I can't remember if you dug or not. I just remember you had to like race it and all that shit and breed it. Like racing and breeding was how you got like the gold.
Yeah, dude, seriously. Oh, yeah, man, good to see you too, Mikey. I always see you on Sundays in the chats with our homie Black Crown. So, yeah, appreciate you coming through, man. Speaking of seeing people familiar, so yeah, you guys know I saw our good friend Fedora. I would have asked him to come on today, but out of respect for his time and family, like I never like to ask him because I know he works on Fridays, like Friday nights, and Sundays is his only day off. But and this isn't really like our forte anyway. But yeah, I got to see him. That was pretty cool. We were in New York, and if you were in the Discord, you saw kind of step by step, kind of how I was on one side of New York City, completely incorrect part of town. I had to walk about 10 blocks the other way in blistering heat, but I made it to him, sweaty as hell, but it was a good time. Spent time with family. I didn't really do that much digging in New York City just because it's so overwhelming. I don't really want to dig for comic books when I'm like in the big city. So, but it was a good time. I had a good time. I've been on vacation quite a bit lately, so it's been nice to kind of calm it down a little bit and get back to content and fun stuff more so much. But without further ado, let's get into it. We got 6 lives so far. Hope you guys just kind of trickle in. But our show today is basically about the movies we grew up with, basically, kind of reiterating the girls we grew up with from the last live show we did. I want to change up a little bit. This was actually when we first started to talk about doing like a comic book show or whatever. We talked about doing this. Am I right, Jason or Pickles?
Pretty much. Well, I think it was just like talking about like all things past glory, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. This one's an oldie, but a greatness. Big Trouble in Little China, starring Kurt Russell, The Storms, like Renee was saying, and an earlier version of, oh my God, what is her name?
What is whose name?
The reporter in this movie. She was also in Sex and the City. What is her name? Kim Cattrall.
Oh.
Yeah, do you remember? And she's also a mannequin as well, but a lot of people don't know that Kim Cattrall. This is one of Kim Cattrall's like first movies. She plays a reporter in this movie. She has the green eyes. Remember, she gets kidnapped and she'll be the sacrifice to the god of the east or something. But literally, I remember when I was a kid, it was a rainy day. You're switching through. TBS has Big Trouble in Little China. It's always like, it was never the beginning part of the movie. It was always like when they're about to take the secret potion, or like when they go in, what was it? The hell of the upside down sinners.
Yeah.
You remember that part?
Where are we?
There's so many hells. Like so many
You are
hells.
nowhere.
Yeah, you are nowhere. What are your kind of your favorite like sound bites of the show?
Oh, that's my go-to. Like I freaking say that shit all the time, and my kids at work are like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like you guys did not get to be raised in the time frame where our parents did not give a shit what we were watching half the time. Because like half of these movies, I probably watched even before when I was younger, and I look back and I'm like, how did they let me watch this stuff?
I mean, really, my parents just didn't like. I mean, I remember watching horror movies when I was like 4 because I had 2 older sisters, and like, my parents kind of were the parentals of like, they're gonna learn it eventually, so don't make it like weird for them to like,
Yeah, like
now,
my parents let me watch like Nightmare on Elm Street and shit when I was like 6 or 7.
oh yeah, and I was scared
Like
shit.
I was,
I
like,
was scared shitless of it.
but it was more for me. I was like fascinated with the FX of it, like horror movies.
Yeah,
And so like just what they could do and the special effects of it, and so like they just let me watch it. They're like, whatever.
yeah,
Like he obviously ain't having nightmares.
I know. I love what I loved about this movie. I mean, it's a John Carpenter flick. Am I right? John Carpenter directed this movie, right?
Yes, I can't. Shit, I can't. Now you're testing me on that. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure it's John Carpenter. Like, don't quote me on that, but yeah, it just had like it flowed so well. Like you're kind of like playing catch up with them. I felt like the whole time, but it was one of those like it's one of the few movies I remember being like action wise where it was like they did a good mix of comedy and like just one liners. Like, you remember the part where Kurt Russell's like running out and he goes call the cops, and like just like stupid one liners. And also like what um there's a podcast I listen to called the Comic Cons podcast, and he talks about one of the liners is basically when he's talking about he's on like the ham radio or like the truck radio, and basically he's like podcasting. It's like a form like it's like their OG podcasting because he's just regurgitating this crap out,
just like talking in the freaking like open air.
Yeah, exactly, to like anybody, and man, the 3 storms dude were so badass too. Like they were defeatable for sure. Who is like I've always wanted to dress up as them for like Halloween, but like I've never had 2 other people like want to do it with me.
You can do it now because you can put spinners on your hands and stuff, and they're like,
that's right.
they're dinner utensils that spun.
That's right. Dude, is the guy who had the spinners, that was the lightning dude, right?
I think so, but he had those like weird like fork things or whatever the hell.
Yeah, he was badass, dude. He was like my favorite one. Huh?
He had KFC sporks.
That's
around his hand.
Yeah. Dude, in the part where they come down from like the hotel and they grab the fiance just out of nowhere. That was kind of spooky to me because they just come out of like this huge cloud over this like basically a brothel, and then they just come down and take homegirl, and he's got like lightning all over himself, and she's like all busted up, and yeah. Anyway, great movie. Anything else you wanted to add before I get into the collectible related to this movie? No. All right, cool.
This is still in that time frame where they had those like weird creatures in the movies too, but it was like really, really bad looking.
Yeah, Oh yeah, the creature, like
Like,
that.
I think cause didn't like the He-Man movie come out in like the like around this time in like the late '80s, and they had that one
Yeah.
like weird little fucking creature in it and stuff. It's like all these movies had these weird creatures in it, and they were just like so poorly constructed and stuff.
Yeah.
You're like, God damn.
And they're like always drooling a lot. I always got the sense they're drooling. Um, yeah, the monster in this movie looked like Beastman from Masters of the Universe. So yeah, I totally get that. All right, well, this is what I found for our collectible of the night. So this Egg Shen figure. So Egg Shen, arguably one of the best characters from the movie. I'm not sure if that's a Suncoast Video price tag, but it sure as hell looks like one. If not, it looks like what's that other shirt? Like Fries,
FYE.
FIE or whatever, right? Looks very similar to that, but $60 for this bad boy.
I'm trying to think of it. There used to be another store that was down the mall too that had like odds and ends like that I remember would have weird stuff like this. I just can't remember what the hell the name of it was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about too. I can't remember myself, but yeah, I thought that was just pretty strong. $60. I mean, this just sold like a week ago, so this movie still hits, man. Oh, For Your Entertainment. That is the acronym of FYE. So
and they don't even have stores like that at the mall anymore. Like everything is just clothing, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like there's, I mean, clothing or clothing accessories, whether it's like Sunglass Hut and stuff like that. You get every once in a while you get your candy stores, but other than that, it's mainly department stores and then other clothing and or accessory shops.
Yeah, I mean, like like I was saying about GameStop earlier. I mean, like that's the closest thing I could find to like a collectible store that's in a mall. I think it's just everything's just moved to online or like specialty stores. Like there's a that comic book store in Linwood, but yeah. And this is a good point, Mikey Baker. I mean, Amazon. I mean, it's toys, like toy stores are gone, which is too bad. But I mean, I get it too. Like kids don't really play with toys anyway. You know, like you look down some kids' Christmas list. I mean, it's still video games, but that's basically it. You know. Anyway, all right, now on to the next movie. Bloodsport. We actually got banned because of this damn movie. One of the shows that we watched, or we put up.
It was like the second or third show.
Yeah, it was. We were doing really well in that show, but yeah, man. Another movie that I didn't see all the way through until probably the mid 2000s because I would just fall into this movie, and you know, like while I was like flipping through channels, which kids don't really see anymore. But now that I can stream this free like on IMDb or some stuff. But this is basically Jean-Claude's like coming out party, man. Like the muscles from Brussels, right? Every chick loved Jean-Claude Van Damme, right? I don't know. I know whenever this movie shows up like on a stream or like some type of suggested, oh, you can watch Bloodsport for free. I think about clicking the yes, let's go through 2 hours of this goodness, you know, for sure. And man, I was thinking about like just the real lifeism of like Bloodsport, right? I mean, that's the OG UFC, arguably. Am I correct?
Yeah. Well, I guess they weren't trying to like. Well, yeah, because I guess the object of Bloodsport wasn't to kill.
Right. It was just to win.
Yeah.
Except if you were Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Who
he was trying to kill.
Yeah. I remember for like the longest time, I could not watch that scene where Chun-Li breaks Home Dude's leg and the bone comes out.
Oh yeah.
I know, for like no reason. Like the fight's over. And then you know the part where he's fighting that one dude and he's just kicking the shit out of him, and then he like raises his hand up and like goes like this with his knuckles, and it goes boom, and then he goes and like breaks his freaking neck again for no reason.
Like, hey, he was done.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Chun-Li is like the original badass, and he's like the nicest dude, I guess. Like, out of all, like, they talk about how nice Chun-Li is, or Bol or whatever his name is. I don't know what his real name is, but I know I don't really need to ask you because I already know. But like, what's your favorite scene of this movie?
Oh, I don't know because there's so many, and it's just like it's not even like scenes and stuff like that. There's like little like 10-second like blurbs here and there too, where it's just like okay, USA.
You're gonna
thought
say
process where he fucking goes, like, because you can see the thought process to him, because he's just like looking at him like, and then all of a sudden he gets happy. He's like, okay, USA.
and then home dude's like making fun of him.
Yeah, or like the scene where he snatches that fucking coin out of his hand or whatever. At the
oh yeah, dude.
like I always remember that one being a good scene. The fucking Demox scene is always a good
right
one.
There.
It was weird. Like I remember I would say 80% of the time I ever catch this movie airing on TV, it's at the damn scene where he's like training with fucking Shidoshi Tanaka.
Yeah,
and he's like strapped to the board. He's like,
oh, yeah.
And then finally he works his way up to fucking not being a bitch and fucking pulls that thing together.
I would say like arguably,
I could actually do that.
That. Stop being a bitch, bitch.
Yeah, stop being a bitch.
And like the whole concept of the movie, right, is like he tries to steal the sword. He gets caught. Tanaka's son basically beats him up, and then he takes a sword and like cuts his hat, but he doesn't blink.
He's like, you didn't flinch.
Yeah, yeah. I would say my favorite part of the movie is like, it's got to be the scene where I like the training part. I like all the training scenes when he's like training to become like the next Shidoshi. But dude, the Dinmok scene is so sick.
Yeah,
I mean it's
well because they ended with everybody being like, oh, and then Chun-Li's just like, very good.
yeah.
And it just like destroys everything that he just did.
I know. What the hell is a Dinmok? And the guy's like, death touch, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then everyone stops. Everyone stops their training. They're like, let's see if this dude can break a brick on the bottom. Whatever.
It's like, oh, you must be Frank Dukes. Like, put up your Dukes, right?
Yeah, dude. And
fucking guy, that guy with the like the fro mullet thing he had.
Yeah, I like the scenes where like right before when they announce the fighters and they all go crazy like betting. They're like waving their money and stuff.
Yeah.
So kind of like whenever people ask me like when I go to the Philippines and I've been to a cockfight, they're like, oh, how's it like? I'm like, it's like blood sport. Like when they show the two chickens like going at it, right before they go, they're like yelling. They're like they got money. They're pointing at people and all this shit. It's the same freaking thing. Anyway, I hope you like this collectible I found. This was kind of a tough one because obviously, right? But autograph shorts of both main characters of the show. Oh yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, I like it. So it's Bolo's autographed shorts from the movie, right? And then Frank Dukes, like you get the belt, you get both belts, you get the autograph, $250 a piece, man. This kind of reminds me of I don't know, Vinny. I doubt you're watching, but when Vinny busted out his smothered underwear from some art show he went to, pretty crazy. But hey, what's up, Cody? Good to see you, man. Yeah, man. Would you buy these for $250? It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily it's cool. And if somebody had it and I saw it, I'd be like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's something that I personally would do anything with necessarily.
Me either. I don't think I could frame that or like.
Yeah. Like it's not something I would display.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was like actually worn at the Kumite by the people or whatever. It's just like.
And if it was, that'd be even weirder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would probably be gross.
Yeah. Fucking 30-year-old. Anyway, I just thought it was kind of cool. But all right, next movie. My top 5 movie of all time, Point Break. Now, I don't know how many times I've seen this movie. It's got to be close to 1,000. I literally was gonna play it in the background on my TV back here. I have been so lazy and wanting to watch this movie. I have it on Blu-ray, 4K, sealed VHS. I downloaded it on my on my Apple TV, but I was so wanting to watch this movie and I was so lazy to plug in one of those compartments. I rented it for $3.99 like a few months ago until I realized it was free on one of one of the
8
streaming
other things that you have.
Yeah, exactly. But that's how much I love this movie, dude. That's how much I love this movie. Southpaw Brad, you're not in the I don't know where you're at. I haven't talked to you in a while, but this is one of our favorite movies as well. Have you ever watched the trailer for this movie though?
I mean, I know I've seen it because it came out when I was alive.
It's
Like,
kind of funny to watch old like 80s, early 90s like previews because there's so like there's narration to it. They don't just like play.
It's always the same guy with the same voice, like on another planet, somewhere in the ocean.
Yeah. He's basically like when an FBI cop becomes a surfer or something weird like that, you know. It was pretty good though, man. It definitely made me want to watch the movie. But there's so many great one-liners in this movie too, like "Go back to the valley, man," and "Vaya con Dios."
What we have here is a failure to communicate. Back off, War Child.
Yeah, War Child. What's his name? What's his real name? Lupton Pittman or some shit.
Wasn't that the same dude that played Cyborg in friggin' that Jean-Claude Van Damme Cyborg movie too?
Yeah, dude. He's the dude that doesn't say. He goes. He's the one that's yelling "pig" at Keanu Reeves. Yeah, back off, War Child. What would be your surfer name?
Dead white guy.
Oh my god.
Because I'd be fucking eaten by a shark probably.
Dude, Anthony Kiedis was like pretty badass in that movie for sure. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's Pickles. Darth Lopez so what's up? But dude, I you know how they always say like there's chemistry on like movies, right? And it's usually between like a guy and a girl. I think this is underrated for one of the greatest on-screen chemistries between actors in the history of cinema. I would say maybe arguably like Pacino and De Niro, or even Pacino or De Niro and insert actor or actress. But I mean, if you didn't know any better, these guys were in love with each other. Would you say?
They had a bromance, yeah.
Total bromance, right?
It was it was almost because it was early enough to where I don't remember a lot of movies having that kind of bromance relationship in them.
Exactly.
Not growing up.
Yeah. What's up, Brad? Good to see you, man. I have like a poster, like the poster here. I have that in my room. You've seen it before. Rest in peace to oh my god. What's his name? Patrick Swayze, man.
Mr. Swayze.
Would you say this is Patrick Swayze's greatest movie?
Yeah, I'd have to look through his catalog again. I mean, because like he's made some that are like really good movies that I don't watch a lot. Like Ghost was a good movie that he.
Oh yeah, that was a good
it's not one that I like would watch all the time, but I've seen it enough, or I've seen it a few times, and like know that that's a good movie, and would put it up there. Also, like Roadhouse has just always been like a classic one of mine.
Yeah,
fucking it's just fun to watch, and it's always on.
And I feel like this movie, not to get like too in depth about it, but like I feel like this is like one of those few movies where there's like two stars. Like there's not like a star and a co-star. Like both of them are equally as like you can't have one without the other. It's like Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch. It just looks right. You know? Fifth best Brad in the world. Wow. That's pretty intense. There's an ongoing beef between Cody and Brad, if you guys aren't aware, but they beef all the time I have no idea why, but I'm here for it. Anyway, I would Dirty Dancing for sure is like probably his well.
Was that his like kind of intro? I don't remember like what movie like launched his career.
I mean, probably right. Like
I can't remember how early on Dirty Dancing was.
I think late '80s, but no way. He's taking a helicopter to the movie theater. That's awesome. But man, this is a movie I could watch whenever it's like on. Like I will stop everything and I will watch it. I love this movie. This is a movie that if it's raining outside, I don't feel like doing anything. I'll watch this all day. I don't care.
They're like, hey, they're not, you know what I think? They're surfers.
They're surfers. Yeah, dude. And, okay. Here's another thing about this movie.
Here's my theory. They're surfers.
Okay, you know I'm weird about stuff in general, right? Well, one of the weird quirks I have is that when I watch a movie and they're like eating food, like whatever it may be, I have to have that food. It's just like it's an advertising thing. So there's a pretty famous T-shirt out there that says Utah, get me too. And Brad, I don't have it, but he sent me a sticker. I don't have it on my person, but he sent me a sticker. It's basically Utah, give me two. And so every single time I see Point Break, I'm always craving a meatball sandwich. I have to get a meatball sandwich because it says Utah, get me too.
I used to have that when I used to smoke cigarettes. I remember one time I was like watching one and I was inside and they were smoking so many cigarettes throughout the movie and I can't remember what it was, but it was like I like fucking kept going outside to have a cigarette because I'm just like, God damn it. I'm like, this sucks. They keep making me want to fucking have one.
I would say maybe like The Outsiders would be something like that. Reminds me of smoking a lot because they smoke those like Lucky Strikes, I feel like, in that movie. But anything else you want to add to your love for this movie or hate for this movie, perhaps?
We didn't even talk about how this had Tank Girl in it too.
Oh, so
his love interest,
Lori Petty. Did you think she was a good love interest for this movie, though?
I think it worked well. She was like, it worked for the movie, but it's just her character is, I don't know. Like, I think if they toned down her quirkiness a little bit, maybe. But I thought it worked. It's just his, like, he's so somber and kind of like serious, and she's so kind of bubbly and like carefree, I guess. It was a weird pairing for me, I guess. It wasn't bad, but it works.
Yeah. I heard that they were trying to get Winona Ryder to play Skylar instead of that was kind of the rumor, which I thought would have been way better. I don't know. Lori Petty's, she's cool. I think she did an okay job. She was just kind of like she wasn't like annoying, but like she acted really well. The acting in this movie is like really good. I can't think of a time where the surfer dudes were like too surfy or like not surfy enough. The action was just jam packed. Greatest surfer movie of all time, hands down for sure. All right, on to the collectible associated with this. So I saw this and I immediately wanted it. It's a vintage Point Break, 100% pure adrenaline baby is what it says under the Point Break there. Sold for $185 with multiple bids and a medium. This would have been perfect for me to get. Oh, that's probably where he made his Outsiders. That's where all those guys made their big kind of debut in Hollywood.
Tom Cruise,
Rob Lowe, Pony Boy, Ralph Macchio's in that movie.
Yeah. Emilio
Dillon, not Bob Dylan, but Matt Dillon's in that movie.
His fucking Mickey Mouse T-shirt on.
Emilio Estevez with the cake and beer. Who didn't want to eat cake and beer like Emilio Estevez? And who didn't want to go to a Rumble with a fever? Anyway,
I don't know. They were drinking beer as kids, and I just remember like the first time getting to like drink a beer when I was younger, thinking I was like, yeah, I'm adult now. Adults drink this, blah, blah, blah. I remember having my first beer, dude. I hated that shit. I was like, why in the fuck do you guys drink this garbage? It's just like, it's like, it's definitely an acquired taste. Same with coffee. It's like, I used to hate coffee at first, and now I love it.
Oh, I love my coffee. You know me about my coffee. Anyway, I thought this T-shirt was pretty tight. I would definitely bid $185 and wear it all day. I bet you this person that sold this though, like just bought a bunch of Gildan, like, you know, kind of fake ones.
Yeah.
And just printed a bunch of them, and they're vintage, quote unquote,
authentic, vintage.
Yeah,
never worn.
Sweet. Who's Jim? Anyway, all right, on to the next movie. Real quick before I get into this, I just want to thank all 6 of you live that's joined us today. We're doing just kind of a little fun, nothing trying to get too crazy. And appreciate your guys' support. Hit that like button, subscribe.
Just try to give people a place to hang out.
Yeah, you know, on Friday night. Get your Friday night kicked off correctly before you go see Superman. Next up, Tombstone.
I still
Is is this I haven't either. Is this would you say this is like the greatest Western of all time?
for me. So it's hard for me because one of my favorite movies of all time is also Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid,
Oh, classic, yeah.
which happens to be kind of like a Western.
Yeah.
But I would say it is. It's my. I mean, I've watched this more than I have Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid for sure. Like, I own this on anything that I can watch stuff on.
Yeah. This is like I watch the movie like once a month, and I'm not a Western guy. For
It
me,
doesn't
this is
feel like a Western. That's what's weird about it. Like it is, but it just doesn't feel like one.
yeah, and the story they could have gone so many different ways. Unforgiven, I was thinking of like is like another great Western, right? But you know, the story of Tombstone, it's the way that the movie's done, right? Is like there's no origin stories. You don't really figure out like where did this guy come from or like what did he do before. It's already assumed like they're already famous before Tombstone. I didn't really do like any depth research of like the background between Wyatt Earp or Doc Holliday. I knew Doc Holliday used to be a dentist, but like you don't really have to worry about that, which I think is what's missing from a lot of like superhero movies, right? Like, obviously we're all comic collectors. That's how we kind of got into this community or whatever you want to call it. But a lot of we as comic collectors, we do enjoy like the origin of like certain people and stuff. This movie is so different because it just goes into like the story, with just kind of assuming you already know or don't really need to know like their background. I think without Val Kilmer in this movie, this doesn't do as well. Like as far as like rewatchability, I mean, he just made the movie.
This was like within a stretch of like movies that he made that were phenomenal because he did this, he did The Doors within that time frame, which was like he just had like a string of freaking really really good like Oscar worthy performances. Honestly,
Yeah, Heat.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
he did.
the friggin' like late '80s through the like late '90s was fucking Val Kilmer's time to shine.
Yeah, I mean Top Gun, obviously, right? But like, he's like he reminds me, or Tom Hardy reminds me of Val Kilmer, except for the past couple movies that Tom Hardy's done. He's basically the same dude, like in my opinion. But like, one of the greatest method actors like ever. I would say Val Kilmer's up there with Marlon Brando. Like he was the Marlon Brando of his time, in my opinion. But yeah, there's so many great like one-liners like I'm your Huckleberry. The whole scene where he's like with the Latin or with the gun showing off type stuff.
Yeah,
In
like
the beginning.
that scene in that night in the rain scene where it's just like storming fucking and people running around and shit.
Yeah.
Shooting each other. It's like, damn.
Yeah, you don't know what the hell's happening. All this stuff's going down. Like it went from a 0 to 100 like really quick. Well, I should say, like they really kind of toned the movie. It moved kind of at a slow pace in a good way. And then there's the fight scene in the OK Corral, and then everything just like went to shit, and then everything just got pumped up, And
His wife went all crazy and got on the sauce.
Yes, yeah. What was it? What was it? Not ether. It was like
tonic or some shit.
Yes, just like alcohol, like booze, basically, right?
Yeah, I think it was just straight liquid opium or some shit.
yeah. What do you? Kurt Russell did pretty good in this movie though, too, man. Wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah,
yeah. He was a better Wyatt Earp than who is it? Costner. Yeah. But hey, what's up, Trev? Good to see you, man. Just doing some random movie childhood stuff and kind of going to collectibles too. But thanks for joining, bro. But man, yeah. Again, like there's a commonality between all these movies, right? Like, there's so many great one-liners, like "I'm your Huckleberry" or like "Vino Veritas," all the Latin stuff. I remember in the beginning of the movie, the pale white horse kind of explanation, and the Mexican guy, is like trying to interpret what the priest is saying in the beginning.
Mm.
And then Kyle Reese goes in and he was like, "That's not what he said, you blooming idiot. Your Spanish is worse than your English." And he's the Mexican guy. So like what's that guy's what's his name? What's Kyle Reese's like name in the movie? Forgot his name. Oh gosh, what is his name? Chat. I don't know if you guys remember, but Kyle Reese. Kyle Reese is what's his name? Not Ringo. It's damn. Okay, that's gonna bug me. Cast for Tombstone. Oh, it is Johnny Ringo. So Johnny Ringo, basically, yes, thank you. He's gonna stand there. Yeah, dude. And dude, okay, I didn't know that the dude that the poker player, the poker dealer, is Billy Bob Thornton. Is a guy who gets his ass kicked in Tombstone. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? The scene where basically Wyatt Earp takes over the old Oriental, because the dealer's like asshole. That's Billy Bob freaking Thornton. Like it's like chubby Billy Bob Thornton, which I thought was so weird. I did like a double take, and then I was looking on like some like weird like podcast, and they're talking about Billy Bob Thornton was in Tombstone. I'm like, what scene? And then I was like, dude, he's hella chubby in that scene. But anyway, I just thought Ringo was also like a great adversary in the movie. And then when he kind of got shot, it was or when he died, you know, in the way he did, like it was kind of like, all right, it was a good kind of conclusion to the movie because it kind of just sped up everything, which I thought was great. Because if it would have kept going, it would have been like kind of ridiculous, right? So yeah. What did you think of like the dynamic between Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp in this movie?
I mean, it was just kind of like reminiscent of most good like duos. They kind of offset each other, whereas like they both could handle business, but it was like you had Doc Holliday who was like an unserious one, and then you had Wyatt Earp who was like ultra serious all the time.
Yeah.
So it just kind of worked well because like Doc Holliday had that switch where he could turn it off and on and become serious if he needed to.
Yeah. I like the part when in the OK Corral where like Wyatt Earp goes, Doc behind us, and then Val Kilmer pulls out his pistols and it's just like he just shoots so fast. He's like, you know, reloading like his revolver like so quick, and he's like shooting with two guns into the windows. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He was just so clean with all that gun action. It makes you want to play like a video game or like shoot guns. I don't know, but
I guess he's been pretty good at that. Like I guess there's like a scene in Heat that they actually use as a training video for reloading purposes. Like I guess it was like the perfect reload or something like that, and it was filmed. And so he I guess he's like in like now a training video somewhere. I don't know if it's like a military one or what, but they use it as an example when training of how to like reload properly.
Speaking of Heat, I was going to put that on the show, and Mikey Baker, I have yet to see Aliens or Alien in full. I know. It's horrible.
The show's coming out soon.
What's that?
The show's coming out soon, Alien Earth. It comes out in like a couple weeks, I think.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. Yeah, dude, Pickles, get in Discord, will ya? Cody's talks a lot of shit about you, and so do I.
If somebody could show me how to make that thing like not go off every 2 seconds for shit that has nothing to do with me,
yeah,
then yeah,
I can show you. You can silence like I have a buddy who only wants to read about investments, and he silences everything else.
Oh yeah, because I went on the one time and it was like, like I had like 30 or 40 different alerts from it within like 2 hours, and like none of it had anything to do with me, and I'm just like, why am I getting alerts?
Yeah, I know. It's easier going your anyway. That's beside the point. I'll show you some other time. But here's the collectible I found. So I thought this was really cool. Val Kilmer's signed pistol, and it's the white ivory one that and I don't know if this is the actual like replica or what, but went for $2,000. I mean, obviously, like rest in peace, like Val Kilmer. Step one, mute Brad Selton. But I thought this was just like the coolest one I could find. There's like a bunch of posters that had all the characters or the actor signatures, which is pretty cool. But like rest in peace, like Val Kilmer was like one of my favorite actors ever. And I thought when the last movie he did was Top Gun, and I thought that was a really cool scene between him and Tom Cruise in it. So that was pretty cool. But and yeah, I thought this was a weird kind of picture because like, why would you put it on?
He's like, you know what? I'm gonna take a shit. Put this thing
Yeah.
put this thing for sale on my knees.
On the eBays.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, man, what do you think of this collectible?
I think based off of this picture, it decreases the value of the gun.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, I'll give you $2. All right, $1.50. No, I would actually I would own something like that. That would be cool. Because I could display that.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope you want to display it like this guy did, though. You know, it's kind of weird.
No, every time. People are that's how I'm gonna display it. I'm just gonna come over and I'm gonna be sitting in my underwear and have that gun sitting like that. And I'm never gonna move.
But look how it's angled too. Like he kind of, he props it up.
Propped it up against some shit.
Yeah, it's not just laying flat. Anyway, this is a horrible picture. I don't know why I chose this, but I'm on to the next one.
I'm trying to figure out what the thing says behind him. I'm like, what's the box you propped it up on?
Yeah. So this is your pick. This is a obvious classic. This will never ever not be a movie that I don't think will ever get 50 years down the road. People are still gonna watch this and
if they ever remake this, I fucking give up on movies.
Oh yeah, that just means there's no ideas. Everyone's just running out of good ideas,
Yeah, it's don't touch any of these. 1, 2, and 3, you can't touch them.
I would argue that 3 is my favorite.
They all have their their own quirks to it. It was the first one got you used to the fact that got you used to kind of the concept of time travel, and then 2 and 3 was just fun. They had fun. Yeah. It's you go back to the fucking the second one he goes back to the 50s. Is that what it was? 60s?
The second one he goes to the future.
Oh, that's right.
But then he goes back to the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's all over the place with that fucking almanac and shit.
Right. Huey Lewis and the News. Yeah. But talk about why you chose this one.
It's just one of the movies that I remember because there's a lot of movies that I remember renting a ton. My parents probably thought I was nuts. They'd take me to the video store and it's I'd rent the same shit over and over and over again. And it was always Back to the Future, any of the Jaws movies. For whatever reason, Jaws 3 I fucking loved. I don't know why. It's that's when they started to get stupid.
Yeah.
Secret of Nim was one I used to rent a lot when I was a kid too. The cartoon, that shit was fucking nuts. I don't know why my parents let me watch that. Watching it now, I'm fuck, dude, that thing's a bad acid trip. But yeah, it was just everything about this movie was great. The characters were fun. They were all kind of he was kind of a relatable character. Doc was zany and crazy and kind of out there. He was basically an early Kramer.
Yeah, he was Kramer before Kramer was Kramer. Yeah, arguably.
But yeah, it was just, I don't know, everything about this movie worked.
Yeah. It's Steven Spielberg's greatest movie. I would say his greatest fit. Spielberg has so many great movies, right? I just think that this opened the door for fun sci-fi and thought, right? This next slide you'll see it's I just got done watching this show called Dark on Netflix. Yeah. Did I tell you about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Back to the Future type stuff. And there's elements of Back to the Future I feel that are in the movie. I liked the third one personally because the Doc is so far advanced from everybody else. And he makes that ice machine And it's
Yeah.
like this huge ass brain. It's like one little piece of ice. But and you know, like if you're watching as a kid, you kind of learned how to like, you know, like these impossible kind of situations, how they would figure out how to get home, or like you know, like science, and just kind of like coming up with like problem solving. I think that's kind of what I got from it too as like a kid.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, again, like being at home, flipping through channels, kind of bored. Like this is definitely one of those movies I always would just keep watching over and over again. And like there's 17 different iterations of like this like movie on 4K, on VHS, like, you know, what have you. But like this was always in stock at Blockbuster back in the day as well. But I think you'll enjoy this collectible. This is probably my favorite one out of the ones I could find. It's a flux capacitor replica. So it actually lights up. So you can like plug this in and lights up, and it does like all like the little flashes and stuff. But I thought it'd be kind of cool, like if there's a way you could do this, like put it in your car as kind of like a random decoration.
Well,
I know.
so I
So
was
go
gonna
ahead.
say random like thing just based off of flux capacitor. So did you know that if you go to like I want to say it's like O'Reilly's Auto Parts
Yeah.
website and
Uh-huh.
type in what is it, 1.81 gigawatts or gigawatts? Is that what he says it's got to go to? If you type that into the search, it'll pull up a fucking fake flux capacitor for sale, like on their website. You can't actually buy
Oh.
it, but
Oh,
it'll
I
pull
can't know
like
that.
it's like a weird like Easter egg that they have on their website.
That's really cool. I like that. Yeah, you know, and this is like a cool collectible, right? Because it spans throughout all the movies. I don't know about the third one. I can't remember.
Well, remember at
Um,
some point he's like it basically composts. He's like throwing fucking eggshells and banana peels
yeah.
into it and stuff. And
I always thought that it was like so cool to like, yeah, the Coke he just pours down, throws in. I need fuel.
yeah,
$1,200 for this seems like a pretty good deal, and I think not everyone at glance would know what that is, but like if you could figure out a way to put that like in a Honda, like, you know, like in your console, and like just open it up, I think it'd be kind of cool.
look at
Totally
this.
random, but what's that?
Be like, look at this. Show somebody, be like, I got a flux capacitor, bitch.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I would just throw it in my middle console and be like, check this out, and then just lift it up and be like, boom.
Yeah. Oh, Trev asked, isn't it like 2 million, like the cost of the flux capacitor on O'Reilly's or whatever?
I can't remember.
Oh, I don't know. I
I
just
don't
thought
remember
random.
if it showed a price or not. I just know that you could like type in the search. It's like you type in the whatever it is,
Yeah,
like 1.81 gigawatt, and it'll pull that up or something like that.
that's pretty awesome. All right, on to the next movie. So T2, we kind of called this out together. This is an easy win for me. I mean, like this is my favorite. This is my favorite Arnold / James Cameron. Darth Lopez was saying earlier, James Cameron's the GOAT. And I think he's like arguably one of the greatest directors, if not the best action director ever. But man, this movie just, I never saw Terminator 1. Like I knew there was a Terminator 1, but I just didn't like think you really didn't need to watch the original Terminator to really be like, oh, I have to watch Terminator, watch this movie. But I remember watching this in the movie theater and being like, damn, that was a freaking movie. Like that was a blockbuster.
Well,
That
dude,
was badass,
like
right?
from the get go, where it was like the opening sequence is like dun 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 dun, and it's like
Yeah.
shaking everything. It's like
Yeah,
dun,
yeah.
dun, dun, dun. And you're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like the flashback scenes to the past kind of give you glimpses of like what happened like with Skynet and stuff. Like
Well, and
I
even with like the Liquid Terminator, like the first
Yeah.
time he like went through something, and that was like that shit hadn't happened before. Like that just
Right.
wasn't in movies, and it was like a weird new technology, and then now they use it in like just regular TV.
yeah, exactly.
Like then it was like, and now we're just like, oh yeah, they do that on like the Disney Channel.
Yeah. I do that on my YouTube channel. Anyway, yeah. No, I've seen the OG Terminator. I just haven't, like, you didn't have to see the OG Terminator to like enjoy this movie. That was the point I was trying to make. But I would say that when I did see Terminator 2, I had not seen the original Terminator when it came out. So, just to clarify, T2 is close. Same with Aliens. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's what's crazy about this movie too is like, the AI is starting to become like a part of our daily lives, right? And not in the capacity that, there's robot assassins or like
Sky,
Skynet is like
like,
going, being aware.
not
But
Skynet now.
yeah. But I mean, it is kind of a scary thought to have like AI may be in charge of nuclear codes or like, just taking over our daily lives. I mean, and just with the monetary part of it, like it's kind of taking over jobs, and corporate America wants to. I know I can think of a couple, jobs off the top of my head that would affect people in my line of work and mortgages that AI would definitely like help speed up, and I'm for it. But it's pretty crazy that 30 years later, which is crazy for me to say as well, that Terminator is kind of like at the forefront in real life, and kind of cool. But back to the movie though. What made this movie for you? Like, I guess a general question, like what made this so enjoyable and rewatchable for you to watch while you're a kid, when you were a kid?
I think it was. I mean, it was just put together. Everything put together well. It flowed well from start to finish. There wasn't a lot of downtime. It was like it was constantly moving towards a goal the whole time. There wasn't any stagnant time. Like even when it was still working through when they were trying to get away from his step parents and shit, and I can't. Is it T1000? Is that what the liquid one was, or is Arnold
Yeah.
the T1000?
No, the T1000. Yeah. That's a liquid one. Liquid metal. Yeah, liquid metal.
Yeah. Living tissue of a metal endoskeleton.
Michael says, for me, it was seeing Arnold as a good guy after seeing him wreak havoc as a bad guy in the original, for sure. And then going back and watching the original when I, went back to watch it, like that was, I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's totally weird.
And like having him be protective of like all of them, having to watch the protagonists get used to him being the like with them.
Yeah,
No longer
like
the antagonist.
Yeah, and like the change from what's her face? Linda, what's her name?
Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, I mean she's like fucking badass in Terminator 2, but in the original one, she's like this kind of, just normal 20-year-old girl, trying to go around and whatever. For me, I think it was like just like you kind of like what you equated to, like the nonstop action and the way they use the camera, and just like Arnold wasn't like he's pretty buff in the movie, but he doesn't really have to like, he's not like showing his muscles off like the whole time. I mean, he's just kind of a badass. And like, I love in the beginning where he's like, he goes into the biker bar. He goes, I need your shoes, your clothes, and your motorcycle. And then the guy goes, you forgot to say please. And then he just goes on, kicks everybody's ass, and then like takes the motorcycle, puts the shotgun in the motorcycle, and then takes fat dude bartender guy's like glasses and puts it back to the bone.
Well, they because he made famous the shotgun reload in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
When he rides the motorcycle and he's fucking just spinning the shotgun, reloading it.
Yeah, I've never like loaded a shotgun like that before. I've done like ones with a pump action, but isn't it incredibly like hard to do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have like a lot of strength, right?
It's not like easy to, or it's not like you're just going like if you were to pump that with, like if I were to just pump that thing, it would have some like force to it.
Yeah. So he's made it look so clean, and that, like just little stuff like John Wick kind of does that, right? But yeah, I remember how cool like he did that.
If I tried to do that with that thing, it would either fly out of my hands and fucking end up shooting somebody.
Yeah.
Or like I'd end up shooting myself.
Yeah. He's just smooth with it. And I mean, basically the whole movie had just this shotgun the whole time. That was like his only gun. But and dude, what every fucking kid said this movie for like 2 years after Terminator 2 came out. Am I right?
Oh, Hasta La Vista, baby.
Yeah, yeah. God. Anyway, this was kind of a cool collectible. It's the T1000, like basically like the chip, right? And then the arm. I thought that was kind of cool. Went for 2K for
Dude,
this.
I would. Do you know what I would want? Is one of these, but like have a fucking trigger button that you could set it off. That it's like all of a sudden like a finger will just go like and like move, so that people are like looking or like in the room with you. You just keep doing it here and there, and they're like, "Dude, what in the fuck?" Be like, "No, no, no. This is actually from the movie." Like,
Yeah, no. Dude, this is just, to eBay people out there, man. Like, why display a $2,000 piece of art on the LVF floor of your gray house? Like, do better, people. Anyway, thought it was cool for $2,000. Oh, and I want to put this is Miles Tyson of today. Here, hold on. It's this guy. Do you know who this is? Jensen Juan?
I believe. Oh yeah, Nvidia.
Yeah, he's the CEO of Nvidia. He's basically Miles Tyson of our time. So hopefully he doesn't pull a Miles Tyson and let Skynet get aware. But I thought that was just kind of something I want to throw out there.
Yeah, dump water on that shit before it becomes aware.
That's right. Anyway, next one, Predator. Arguably a top 3 Arnold movie. Terminator 2 is my favorite Arnold movie, but this is a close second. It's a 80s movie, is that right, dude?
I believe so.
Oh, Dyson, not Tyson. My bad. I always heard Tyson when it was, whatever. But the Predator movies are like cool, and I wish Darth was in the chat because he's a huge Predator fan. But like this movie, to me, was so badass because they're all commandos, basically, like hunting for like Colombian drug lords or some shit, right? On like some type of mission, and the fear and is the uncertainty of like what is like going after him, right? And all the freaking one-liners in this movie, the guns, like who's the dude that had the Gatling gun? Was that the
It was Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, and he had that huge chomper.
He's the only one that could carry it.
The huge dip in his mouth, remember?
Yeah, he's like, "Come on, you boys want some of this? And put hair on your peach sacks."
Yeah. He was so freaking badass in that movie. And they're all freaking yoked. Every single dude in this, Apollo was freaking yoked, and I mean, yeah, I love like the ending is awesome too, where basically Arnold goes old school, right? And he makes all his booby traps and shit, and he's just fucking like, with the log and all that shit, man. Oh man, I want to watch this movie right now. This is awesome. Yeah.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
yeah. And then homegirl finds like the leaf with the blood on it. That was kind of funny. But I ain't got time to bleed. Yeah, dude. So many good one-liners in that movie, dude.
He like cuts himself when he's shaving with that thing. He's just like constant. He always got fucking shaving all the time. And then he finally sees the Predator. And it's like he snaps it off because he's pressing so hard in his face.
Yeah, dude. Bic had a good advertisement in that movie for sure.
That dude had like he was like the amount he shaved in that movie. He was like the fucking Wolverine of beard growth.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, this is kind of your pick. Well, why did you pick this movie?
This was just, I mean, it's another movie that I mean, you could like literally probably throw a rock and hit any Arnold movie from, I'd say like 82 through 99 ish or so. Action movie, let me specify, because he made that weird one with fucking where he was pregnant and shit.
Oh God, yeah.
But like any of them, and they were all amazing. But there was like the ones that stood out to me were like Predator, Commando, like fucking Terminator 2, like kind of The Running Man. These were all ones that I used to watch like a lot when I was a kid, just because I don't know, they just appealed to me for whatever reason. Like he did really good action movies. True Lies, like
Yeah, True Lies was good. Oh, that's a really good movie. I forgot about True Lies.
But yeah, this one was it's just classic. I've seen this so many damn times, and it's like if it was ever on TV, I would stop and watch it.
Yeah.
You always got swept up in it somehow. It had like this ability to just suck you in, especially if you got like if you were caught one of the parts where it was like tracking the predator, and you get those like the drums kind of off in the background.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like fucking like you just get kind of like wrapped in and shit.
Yeah, and like it was just so creepy because like 3/4 of the movie you couldn't even see the fucker, you know. So I can imagine like being like a kid in 1980, whatever it is, and you don't really know what the movie's about, and you're just watching because you love Arnold or whatever, and like you don't even see the face until like the end of the movie, really. Yeah. So anyway, cool.
And then what? An ugly motherfucker.
Yo, one ugly motherfucker. So I found this picture of your ex-girlfriend. Just kidding.
Yeah.
She looking whatever. Yeah, $1,200 for this piece of shit, man. I mean, it's not a piece of shit. I think this is pretty actually awesome. I don't think I could pay I don't think I'd want this for $1,200, but man, the detail is pretty sick in this. And I don't know if this is like the I don't know if this is like the original one from the original Predator, but like I thought, like looking at the detail of this, like it was really well done. So I'm sure the seller and buyer came to like this is a pretty good, sale or whatever. But yeah, I thought this was kind of fun. Kindergarten Cop, man, like is an odd one. I'll rewatch that for sure, like on a rainy day. Astoria, right? Oregon, right? But that's a funny fucking movie, dude.
It's not a rat, it's a ferret.
Yeah. Shut up! Remember he goes off everybody? It's not a tumor.
Mr. Kimball, I have to go to the bathroom real bad.
Yeah. I love how like
okay, then go.
Yeah, then go.
I can't undo my overalls.
Oh yeah, and he was like trying to like he couldn't get the clip out. Oh man, that's funny. That's like a vice or a guilty pleasure. Oh, that's our last one. Sorry, I thought we had more, but I guess that's our last one for the night. Quick little hour show. That was pretty fun, man. I don't know. That was a pretty fun show. There are so many other shows we could have put on or movies we could have put on there, but I wanted to like just do the main ones that kind of came to our heads like right away. And we'll probably do these like these nostalgic shows every once a month, maybe a couple, just when we have time. But yeah, man, that was and again reliving the times when Ferd was 4'2". Yeah, it's probably true. It's probably around that height when these movies came out. Fucking jackass. Anyway,
it's okay. I don't remember how tall I was in the 90s.
Aliens. So I gotta watch Aliens first, but we can definitely do that. RoboCop's a nice.
I thought you said you'd seen the original, or wait, I thought it's the first one you haven't seen.
I've never seen the original Alien. I've only seen like because like Alien was directed by Ridley Scott. Am I right?
Yeah.
And then the next ones were directed by James Cameron. Is that right? Did they switch directors?
Or is it John Carpenter?
No, I don't know. I swear I heard or I read somewhere that like the original Alien was directed by like one main dude, and then the other ones were directed by somebody else. But I don't know. Oh, okay. I don't know anyone in the chat that you guys probably know, but yeah, maybe I think you were talking about doing like a horror, like strictly just horror on the next one, like horror movies you grew up with, which I think would be pretty cool. But
I grew up with a lot of them.
I know you did. Yeah, you're actually still growing up with them, to be honest. But anyway,
I do. I have them all still.
Oh Jesus. Cool.
Oh yeah, it was. So James Cameron took over on the second one.
Yeah, see, I do know my shit sometimes, but not really. So
I don't know. When I was watching those movies, I never really.
Oh.
I wasn't watching them to direct or for the director's sake.
Yeah, no.
Like actually, when I was watching them when I was younger, I didn't know who the fuck the directors were, anyways.
I know, seriously, right?
I couldn't name you a director until I got like older.
Yeah. Well, okay. Out of the movies that we mentioned, what was your favorite one? Like, what was one that you could just rewatch all day long? If you had to choose one, chat. Let me know too.
I don't know because they're like I can rewatch all of them.
Yeah.
For me, it'd be more like, could I watch all? Because I'd have to like sit down and do it. I don't know. Maybe Tombstone,
Tombstone.
possibly. Just for overall movie, I guess quality.
Oh, I would say. Do you know mine?
I don't know. Huh?
Do you know? Can you guess what mine would be?
Did we list it?
Yeah.
Is it Big Trouble? No.
Oh. Gosh. Now I don't know. Point Break. Point
Oh,
Break's
Point
not.
Break.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh, I forgot we put that one on the list too. I was trying to like shuffle through the rest of them, and I freaking
Yeah. It's kind of a hard
like
one, but yeah.
the ones that we just talked about. It's like all the ones that we just talked about were fresh in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. Predator. Trev says Predator. T2. T2 is like. I remember, and like when I was younger, it probably would have been like T2 because I just love that movie so much. But now I would say definitely a Point Break's number one for me going forward. So anyway, the hair is here. Yes,
Another 48 hours. That's what I was going to do.
Oh yeah, we'll do another. We'll definitely do another show. I don't know if it'll be movies or it'll be like Girls Part 2. Huh?
Beverly Hills Cop.
I like Beverly Hills Cop 2 better than the first one. Yeah. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, have a great Friday night. If you didn't catch the whole entire show, I'd appreciate you guys watching the rewind. Catch all the other shows that we do. Oh my God, the Golden Child. There's so many good ones. And y'all have a great night. Take care, and we'll see you next time. All right. Peace out, homies.